So, microphone is now fixed. Welcome in. We got some dual triangle to do. We're gonna get through this quickly. Because we only got about 2.5 hours. Realistically. Since I kinda started late. Of course, we're gonna start with the dual live of the day. Gotta plays of the re-variety as well. Here, I'll do that in a second as well then. How you doing, Chroma? Welcome in. Oh, that's... Oh. Wait, what's the point of opening? This just seems like stun with extra steps. I mean, okay, I guess I'll do versus Herald Tritron, but let's see it. Is it just for like card advantage? Okay, we are going first. We have opened double Fafnir, Definer of the Herald, Tritron Nova, Infinite Imperm, 40 card, 15 card extra versus 40 card, 15 card extra. We are going first. Let's see what we can do. BRB. Alright, see you in a second. Fafnir gets to add a Tritron spell and trap. Reveal Tritron BT on us. Go for new 8. For new 2. Go for Gamma. Roll to the Definer, activate the effect. Send Arclight, adding the EA Grounded's Synchro Summon into a level 6 for FA Dawn Monster. Gamma. Some effect and overlay. Beta Fafnir. Fafnir gets to send a Tritron spell trap. Detach. That is going to make it fizzle. Unfortunately, we can't use the Dawn Track to negate that because it's only spell traps, but that does make it fizzle. Uses the right one. Set up Imperm Pass. Okay. Battle phase. Dawn Tracks to avoid that. Immediately go regain. Normal. Link off for the Death Day. Hopefully we did not end up setting the cross out, because that would have incredibly, and we do get the Imperm. That does make that will basically end their turn. Set 3 pass. Looks like a bunch of stun cards. We are going for Fafnir. Is that gonna hit? That's not gonna hit anything. For Tritron Nova, that's gonna hit me with a solemn warning. We're down to 4,000. Right. Tribute. That's gonna be hit with a Call by the Grave. That does both people in very interesting position. But we do still have the Gamma. I think the new works up. We do have the summon itself. Add special summons back the Soraneer. Gets to add the Alpha. Gamma, contributing the Alpha. There goes the ball break. Tripping out the Ida 10, summon the Alpha, add the another Draconids. We can no longer access. Add that back to hand. Okay. Unfortunately, that is just the end of the turn. There is the Twistworm Shuffle. Fafnir gets to sink that by 1. take that by 2 even. Foreplay. You get making a goblin bikers gone bonkers. Bonkers. Attach 1 to attach 1. Sorenir gets to send a Magnumut. Everything is banished, right? Oh no, the new gets banished because of its effect. I see. Solemn Strike. That will hurt. Because they basically have game. As long as they do not overextend. I mean... Unfortunately, the Bestial stun is just slightly stronger than the Herald stun. Or, was this even... Welcome back, Roma. It technically wasn't even like Herald stun, it was more or less just like Drytron combo. Took out the trash. Alright. In that case, let's also get a quick chance to look at your replay. There you are. Let's do the middle one. No, let's do the bottom one. Hard spot loss. It had have been very interesting if you say loss. That's for sure. I haven't played that game. Let's see what we got. So we're going first. We have opened Ecclesia, Cartesia, Heavy Storm, followed by and Nadir Servant. We are playing a 43 card main, 50 card extra, 40 card 15. We're going first. Let's see what we can do. Actually, rewatch to see a few of my misplays. We'll also get to see it in a second. Get Nadir Servant, Fragment Calamity. There is the Herald of Arthur. Gets to add a Elbazoa. Fragment Calamity gets to send a Lulu Balilla to the Elbazoa. Gets to send a whole bunch. That actually does kind of hurt Salamangreat so much. We get Iris Sword Soul as well. Blazing. Murder 3. Level 3 into the summon the Jack Jaguar. Negate it. Go Bale Lynx. Bale Lynx gets to add. Iris Sword Soul gets to destroy. Cell gets to summon itself because it sent Jack Jaguar to grave. Now also theoretically a material for the Jack Jaguar to spin back. Having the Sanctuary gets to send one. He sent the Weasel. Spinny. There's the Spinny. That's a call by that will actually be pretty devastating. It does basically lose us half of our... We get to normal summon the second cell. Or the Sunlight Wolf will Weasel. Summon the Gazelle. I think technically it's the wrong summon. Just draw one for Code of Soul. Summon it to the Sunlight Wolf or Gazelle. Link off process. And it summons another one, summoning back the Sunlight Wolf. Sending a Gazelle for another Weasel. Weasel activates, gets us some best Iris Barrier player returns. We're going Pyro Phoenix. I see. They're thinking that they have not realized what Albazoa Meat does. But I know, same with Dogmatica monsters unaffected. Yeah. We could go the Pyro Phoenix. That's the Salmon Great Dwarf. The only thing that really loses us the game would be Promethean Princess plus the Phoenix. They have to use the Roar now. Game money is very loud compared to Sport. Oh, it is. Oh, wow, it is. Okay. I did not realize that. We're gonna go Grand Guinal. Talking both, it is. I guess actually, technically, it is technically not unaffected still. Oh, Promethean. Grand Guinal, send the Maylong. Maylong bounces back Promethean. Yep. And there's the Royal Grand Guinal. Raging Phoenix gets a big boost. Grand Guinal gets to banish in order to summon. Weasel gets the Gazelle back. It's a Dogmatica Ecclesia, Dogmata Matrix. People still play Albazoa in the Big 25. Yep, Chroma does definitely. For better or worse, we tribute off of both of our Ecclesias for the White Knight of Dogmatica. Dogmata Matrix, since Entis gets to pop, but we still not have a. We couldn't use the Balinks to protect. Interesting. I should make Dogmatica Mitsurugi so I can Mitsurugi Tempest into Albazoa. That would be cool to see, definitely. Unfortunately, no one-card combos can save a Salad player. Yeah, we got a bit of time, so let's do some of the other ones. Move that slightly closer. Okay. Okay. So, we have opened Ghost Ogre, Wham, Iris Swordsoul, Dogmatica Nation, and Dogmatica Punishment. 43 cards, 15 card extra versus 40 cards, 15 card extra. Crafted 2 Quem just for this event. Is unfortunately necessary, although it is definitely a very good card. Iris Swordsoul. It is because it is a free special summon up of Despian Lulu Lilith, which when sent to grave gets to special summon 1 light spellcaster with an attack and defense that are both equal. And Iris Swordsoul is not a bad card, I would say. It is definitely more reactive compared to its opponent, but especially summon it with Lilith, maybe have Fleur in hand. You can also special summon Fleur as well. Yeah, because Fleur does enable you to negate. That sounds so niche, but it's probably what I'd expect. True. We are going first. Let's see what we can do with this hand. Normal Wem, that's an Ash Blossom. We do set the Dogmatica Punishment Activate Nation. Basically accepted in pure Dogmatica builds. I guess sometimes you cannot escape the... Solman, Great Balinks. For Gazelle. Gazelle gets to activate. We Ghost Ogre the Gazelle. I see. Right, who runs pure Dogmatica builds? At least 3 people. Spinny summons itself, links off for the Sunlight Wolf. Do we have any proper extension? We get the Sunlight Wolf again. Punishment. We can Bay Links to protect. Maylong, however, will activate, returning the Sun level to hand. Raise 2 cards I would not run in the event playing Dogmatica. How do you... which ones do you mean, Stas? Also, welcome in. How you doing tonight? So, Clem gets ashed again. Heal 3000. I mean, I can probably assume it would probably be like Dogmatica Nation or Iris Swordsoul. Iris and the Tuner. Quem? I mean, Quem is treated as a Dogmatica card, so it's not the worst thing in the world, in fact. You do get to extend with it. We deal another 43,000 to face. Giving them a 700 Jaguar. Bounce with Falco. Falco, we are going to banish the Jaguar. Unfortunately, that basically ends their extension. There's the Theo. And that is just game. Kinda played into something like Torrential, but they're not playing it in this event. Okay. And then the final replay from Chroma. Add the shovel run cards compared to my normal version. That is also true. It is the dual triangle, so I'm not using my actually actively playing Dogmatica. So yeah, it is just pure Dogmatica. However, there are some cards that do, like Dogmatica does, I won't say it summons out of the extra deck often, but it will play stuff like the Grand Guignol for Cartesia, like Herald of Arclight, like Meilong, like Despin Lilith, or like Entis. Sometimes they'll actively try to summon like Dynamondo. That's not common, just because a lot of the time they are extra deck locked. Like, I think for Dogmatica specifically, the extra deck is like kind of in the whole vein of being a toolbox compared to other decks nowadays. Celine does do a lot, honestly. As it is a decent extension, being able to summon back the Cartesia. Not enough targets to send as lights anyway. Yeah, true. There are not that many lights to send. Now, we're going in. Now this time, it's the only one that Chroma has lost so far. Let's see how well we do with this one. Okay, so we have opened Double Aiden, Iris Swordsoul, Heavy Storm, Dogmatica Matrix. We are going first. 43-15 versus 42-15. Okay. This is an actual Salamandre player then. Let's see what we can do. We're going Matrix first, getting to add the Dogmatic Calamity, setting the Aiden. Oh. Headphones fell up. They're going Speedroid. Okay. Going for Mirage Stalio with the 2-level Grease. Most normal 2023 build around. For Dogmatica, yeah. Summon the fire for the Baylings. No longer activate any effects outside of fire. We get the Gazelle. Gazelle summons itself, but Baylings adds the Sanctuary. Send the Eject Jaguar. Jaguar gets to shovel back the Summon Great of Fire summon itself. Link 3. Is that going to be for Promethean? That is going to be for Promethean. Summon something back. Link off for the Raging Phoenix. Link off again, using the field spell this time for Raging Phoenix. Gets to add one. They do add the Roar. Battle. Cannot be destroyed by any monster summoned from the extra deck. So we do have to waste the Heavy Storm, unfortunately. But we can get to wall up just a little bit. I'm playing Ken and Gen in Dog, Chaos Scepter, and Evenly for Funny Banish. Oh, is that for Dogmatica stuff? We get the Rage as well. Ooh. Aiden would have added, but unfortunately, the Ash Blossom gets in the way. Ecclesia gets to add the Albazoa, Dogmatic Calamity, for Despian Lulu Willilith. That can trigger the Promethean Princess if they're smart. They do not. I guess Albazoa does get to bounce anyway, so. But they do technically have an out for Albazoa. In this specific instance, Purple Cartesia gets to fusion summon. Using herself egg as the Ecclesia. Granguinol. Cell sending the Weasel. Send the Omega. There's a better send there, but that's fine. Go for Bailings, shuffle back. Go to the Jaguar. Banishing the Granguinol for a Dogmatic Ecclesia. Go for Fleur de Lis. I should have waited a bit longer to fusion summon the Granguinol. There. Go for Sunlight Wolf Weasel. I don't have a replay from the event playing Dog, because to me the games are not really that worth to save, but I do have a Union on replay. I'm assuming on main account, right? So Stizzy Staz. Get the Fleur de Lis, negating the Sunlight Wolf. Promethean still does activate. Popping both. On Stizzy, yeah, okay. We can watch that in a second, but then I probably do actually need to play the game. We get Jaguar. They do inevitably out the Albazoa. And ordering it just right. Clearing the board. Maximus. Banishing the Lulu Willilith from grave to summon itself. Send the Melong and the Lulu Willilith. Bouncing. Shuffling back to Gazelle. His Lulu Willilith summons a Ecclesia for Ashashian. Ashashian is a... technically not a quick effect, but it does still activate on the opponent's turns if it's sent to the graveyard. Called by, gets to target the Fleur de Lis. We would have summoned back. Unfortunately, they're just too far up on card advantage. I don't think this Iris Sword Soul is going to leave our hand. I'm building a great wall to wall up against damage. Going Raging Phoenix. I see the logic. Roar gets to set itself again. We're going to grab another Roar. Spinny gets to make that bigger. Means 500 attack. Doesn't matter if they're all in defense position. Turn 7, we get Cartesia. Unfortunately, at this point, I think I've had enough of Great Walls, guys. Understandable. Promethean. Unfortunately, that does play right into the roar. We kinda got cornered. And that is more than enough for us to, for the Scarlet player to claim victory. And jacked Jaguar for a game. GG. Alright. That was still a pretty well fought battle. Then, for the Stizzy, it misplaced, but it did not go terribly in the slightest, no. I'm assuming Union versus Sharks or Union versus Horus. What does it say? Top one is better? Okay. Union versus Sharks. Here we go. Okay. So we're playing the Union Loner 40 card 15 versus 40 card 15. We are going for a second. Let's see what we can do. First one, I think it is Instant Surrender. I've ever played at one card, so something that's stupid. Okay. Yep. I might be able to check in a second if it's that short. But we've got Assault Core, Sea Crush Wyvern, Frontline Base, Union Hanger, Union Scramble. Let's see what we can do. Start with the variants. Added to hand 7th Tachyon. 7th Tachyon. It's a reveal for Honor Arc, adding the Buzzsaw Shark. Buzzsaw goes back to something else. The surfacing Big Jaw. Big Jaw to add the Drake Shark. Drake Shark, or to summon itself, overlay, or Shark Drake. I do like how you even get to see, like, the Drake Shark counters too. We're going for Levice first. I don't think Levice is that great in this case. I feel like they might have just played it because the other one is expensive. Hit Virtual Scream anyway. Attach one from the other. Go for Armored Xyz Fortress. That's a pretty cool attack there. Add the Reincarnation Unveiling. Goes for full Armored Xyz. There is the Shark Drake Levice. Ah, for extra material, I get it. And the Armored Lancer. Add the equip spell back to hand. Equip onto the Lancer Abyss Shark. Gets to summon itself. Are we gonna make a Kraken now? We're making the Honor Arc. Attached to for the Remora. Summon both. Overlay for the Utopic Ray Lancer. Pitch the full Armored Xyz. I don't really. Okay, so I need to look at what the Shark Loner has. I'm pretty sure it has a Kraken in it. So I don't really know why we decided to extend so much when we really didn't need to. I mean, I guess the Black Ray Lancer is fine. It is like some other basic protection. And it even has like the spell trap destruction. But I don't really get, like, we pitched the full Armored Xyz for that, or for the Utopic Ray, which doesn't even really do that much outside of negating effect. Excuse me. Negating the effects at the start of battle, and allowing it to, like, gain an extra attack. That's more of a going second card, more than anything. But, you know. Okay, let's see what we can do. Get a second C Crush. We need to go Union Hanger or B Mustard Drake. C Crush. Equip the Union Driver. Union Banish itself. Equip the Y out ahead. Y out ahead. Gets us set the Buster Drake. Summon the Assault Core. Banishing. Overlaying. Or no, not overlaying. Equipping. Derogatory Dragon. Oh, we're going for Goddess of the Underworld. That is gonna be how we out this entire board. Oh. So I do it. Yeah, it does target. Sea Crush, Buster Drake, Assault 4. We can. Yep, they are going to Leviseer, negating the Underworld Goddess to protect their board. That's basically their best time to do it. Oh. Maybe not best time, but Crush Wyvern special summons itself for Buster Drake, Zillion Tank. Negated. Banish 2/3 for the ABC Buster Dragon. Discard a card. Banish it. Levirtue. Destroy. Oh, we cannot Buster Drake here. So that is the end turn. Equip the equip spell onto the Utopic Ray. Oh, wow, okay. We immediately get to rank up magic. I don't understand why we didn't do anything with that, but okay. Reinforcements. Detach one. Make a second attack. I'm assuming just so that they didn't end up overextending in case that we had like Nibiru or something. Destroy the front line. Buster Drake gets to add the YR ahead. I feel like did we not use? Okay, so we did. We did use it. Gets to add the Union Driver to hand. Union activation sends the X-Cross Cannon or X-Cross Cannon. Cross Cannon special summons itself. Special summons equips the Buster Drake. Buster Drake summon Link off for the Platinum Gadget. Buster Drake, C Crush. Get to, in order, special summon the Union Driver, then add the White Dragon Head again. Equip the Union Driver, banish, then equip the Zillion Tank, banish 3 for another ABC Buster Dragon. Discard, banishing that. We are now in a winning position. We can now get everything. Banish 3 more. Is that going to be for XYZ Hyper Cannon? Buster Drake gets to add the Z Metal Tank. Normal. Reveal. Summons back. Launch 3 for these XYZ Dragon Cannon. Detach, destroy, detach all, banish everything for the A to Z Buster Dragon. Banish, special summon both, and that would have been GG. More than enough for GG. Unfortunately, not using that rank up spell, actually, I don't think it might have lost them the game per se. Like, maybe they didn't want to play into Nibiru, but that's, like, only speculation. I cannot even begin to understand why they decided not to use that. Only got to summon A to Z. Yeah, that thing is hard to summon for a reason. And probably going to be one of the few times where we actually get to see it in play. Okay. So we've got... We have a deck. I don't think it's that good. In fact, I may go back to Adamanticators in a second. However... But I may be able to summon it more consistently now. At least now that we kind of understand the combo a bit better. But we have a deck list. I don't think it's that good, but I want to try it. It is Amazonas with a small package a small consistency package of Jen the Diamond Tiger. Jen and Ken, more specifically. Even with Necrocrypt, I still can't reach Disarray, Soul of Rage, Unchained Trap as an end board. I feel like there's a way. I would just need to properly look through the combo. I went all out to dismantle everything. I didn't need to barely get a Fiendsmith Union deck together. It's kind of one like being away from doing it. I see. And I think I know, at least kind of, what that light beam might just be. Lacrima, the main deck one. I'm gonna try it. I don't think it's gonna be that good, but I want to at least try it. Fortunately, that main deck Lacrima is a bit of a ways away. But also, yeah, it's fair. Complain because other people I have seen kinda do that. Okay, I can work with this, kinda. Any like bean I can get in the grave would work. Get War Chief out immediately. Okay. Get to Necrocrypt, but go into sequence. You have to use Engraver effect, shuffling the needed light fiend away. Okay, we'll go Amazonas Empress. Set to pass. Not a great turn one, but I have at least a little bit of protection. I see. I don't think... Ah, there's a kaiju. Oh, wow. And that... So crazy I say, I wish Necroquip was a light. That's a fair point. More than fair, in fact. But also... be gone. But also that would make it more crazy than it already is. That in no way ends the turn. Of course, they get to send Shadow Beast as well as Duamatev. Draw one. That better be the best draw in the game. It is might barely not be. Come on. That does nothing. This has no battle protection right now. I guess get rid of the Quebensev just because it deals more damage, but still. Then I choose to go first. So I'm wondering if that was Well, that is more than enough to kill me. Overlay for zombie vampire, they can... Yep, obviously, attach the embassy. I in no way let that resolve. Chances are they have no follow-up. They don't have Zeus. Don't really have anything that can negate effects. And even some of the amnesty till next turn. Okay. Come on. I need the best draw of my life. That is not the best draw of my life. I mean, obviously there's not that many great super poly targets. It's basically just like Guilty Gearfried, and that's more of a Ken and Jen thing. That's the reason why I have it in there in the first place. Yeah, I mean, the top card would have been another... Yeah, the top card would have been another fusion. I would have done nothing. Yet the summon a Kaiju. Jirkash gets some mill too. They just mill it. No, double imperm. National Ariel. Really for a time thief or doer. Oh, that is basically gonna be full combo. Because the Chiron does get to activate. We get a Kid Kalos online. Okay, so the thing is, obviously I did not really expect this deck to be any good. I didn't expect it to... And obviously, I'm facing off against Horus Tearlament, which I do realize is actually fully legal. Technically, in this event. Like... I didn't really expect it to go this poorly. They even milled a Rhino Heart. And... they milled every name except for the one they needed. Which is funny. They get a Chiron back, they get to add a Tearlament's Trap back to hand. So there is the Celiac. Up. Okay, so if I was playing Nibiru, that would have probably cooked them by now. a secret game. Yeah, I'm definitely cutting at least one super poly. As funny as that indirection will inevitably be, I don't think it's going to be good enough. There are literally any other generic fusion monsters I can use in this event. I guess Ivysaur, but that's basically only be Tritron and... oh yeah, I can't use that. No Memento. Definitely can't be Lacrima. The obvious answer would be Fossil, like the Fossil fusion stuff, but that has to be summoned with Fossil Dyna. I could theoretically do Construct, but that is for something like Shekanaga. But even that is kinda weak. The Golem. Big Piece Golem? No, that wouldn't be Golem. I guess Shekanaga. No, that requires an Earth. I can't really play any of the Shadow monsters except for Construct and Shekanaga. All the others are locked. Don't really see really any other good ones. There is not really anything. What do I add in its place? Earth Golem? Like what else is? You're not speaking of like not Megilancia, although that is... I mean, that's only useful in, like, Alistair builds. Let's see, Big Piece Golem. What other golem is there? Oh well. Lead to... Guess what else do I guess I could do a heavy polymerization. Although that one is... I don't really have any targets for heavy fusion, so that does not matter. Earth Golem can... oh, wait. Oh, adding Mr. Earth Golem. That's a good idea. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, you're a better target than Magnum the Reliever. Yeah, I see. I kept scrolling over him, that's my bad. It won't do much against something like the deck I just fought against being tier element. Unless they... No, it wouldn't. Unless they literally had, like, IPSV or something. Like, it'll definitely do something against Salamangreat for sure. Alright, I'm going second. I do end up getting Gen, which is nice. Set 1. Ooh, okay, I see it. Try going Gen. That's a... That's gotta be a toggle on Imperm. Yep. Again, end up with a Rotten on board if I'm lucky. Liger. I'm gonna use the 2 pen scales just for the sake of it. Okay. There is... Called by will... Called by hurts, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, they're reading. I imagine, yeah, they want to get rid of the silver sword, since that adds back stuff as opposed to the Whipmaster, which will just destroy stuff. Type 48 base. That's pretty. Is very nice. Gen doesn't get to activate actually. Since I wasn't able to use, well, it activates, it just doesn't do anything. Parking Island. That hurts, but I'm fine. Destroy the courtier. Get Parking Garunix. Garunix gets to proc. As well as the... As well as the Sacred. I actually wonder how that's gonna work. Obviously they go for Kieran. Kieran gets to proc summoning out any monster. They summon the Ulcanix. They then get to pop something. I imagine they've popped the field spell. Since that's the thing that allows me to... Yep. This has no floating effect, really. Gets to add with the Ulcanix, probably another Kieran. Popping the Garunix. Unfortunately, Snake Eye play seems to not be working out too well. Yet, Avatar Arvata. They've already normal summon. Oh, field spell, okay. Stuff comes back. Get the Alkanix. They get the High King Garunix. And they get the regular Garunix. They need to activate that first, because it will destroy everything. Use. Yeah, that does nothing. I guess the thing is, I didn't need a... Yeah, I needed... Oh, can you actually not use the Amazon's Secret Arts for Amazon's Secret Arts? Okay, I see it. Kinda. Also, I realized I went first this time again. No, they went first. They just bricked. I just wasn't really able to do that much. Okay, here comes the mulligan. That destroys all our monsters. They can Arvada for that. They do not. Arvada gets the proc summoning back to Kieran. Are they gonna... I see what they're doing. That's only if I special summon a monster. Okay. I get to draw 2, discard 1. Okay. That is... That does very much nothing. I guess I'm not sure what I expected it to do, but... Okay, I'm not necessarily dead yet, is the thing. Because the Kieran gets to pop. Okay, no, I'm dead. Summon back the Garunix, pop the can, GG. Yeah. That's kind of the other thing. I mostly play, kinda. It's mostly just for a consistency draw. But it doesn't really do much when that draw is like... It doesn't really do much when that other draw is another gen. I think if... So what did I get for... I got... If I continued, I would have gotten another... I would have drawn it into another gen if I managed to resolve it the first time. Okay, I do wonder though, maybe talents might be the right choice though. I guess I'll try a game without it. And then... Nah, I don't need it. I don't really need anything in its place. Let's try it like this. To be fair, I am kind of playing a bad deck on purpose. Like, I will probably inevitably return to a better deck. I did at least want to try it out. Alright, this is... I can work with this. They're gonna go solid. If they have Gazelle, they have Gazelle. I'll go for Dominus Purge first. I got Circle anyway, so... Get to go Balinks. Yep, they basically got full combo. I would have to use the Duster for the Roar. They're even sending the Spinny. Get the link off Holy for the Promethean Princess. Bringing back the Weasel of all things. We'll get to go Raging Phoenix, activate the field spell, summon back the Raging Phoenix, add the Roar, and we're protected by, at the very least, 2 sets of non-engine. Go to Soul, but no way. Well, no, I won't say no way to link it off. We will inevitably Promethean pop it. There's the Raging Phoenix. Come on, where's the Roar? There's the Roar. Duster. I see. I mean, Balinks will only protect the field spell is the thing. It's like, if they want to protect the field spell, they need to protect the... Thing is, objectively, they would lose the trap anyway. I guess it doesn't really matter if we get to resolve it or not. thinking about how this actually resolves. Those Balinks would banish Protect the Field spell, but it destroys the face down. They're not using the Balinks yet. I see. Let's bait out for Ash. Amazonas Princess. I'll go War Chief. That will proc the Promethean Princess after I set I'm able to set a polymerization room deck. They're not doing that. Let's go ahead. Rock the Amazonas Empress. No called by. There's the Promethean. Right, this card is bad. That's not... Oh no, it's Code of Soul. Okay. Okay, so let me see, the logic is I get to send the War Chief for something else. Obviously, I would accept. Well, I can... Okay, I would send the War Chief. Summon anything. Get the Amazon Queen. Amazon's event? How was your experience with this event so far? It's like, everything else has been fine. Amazonas is kind of a purposely bad deck for this event, so this portion is not going great. Like, using a Fire King deck to clear fire has been decent. Sharks and Tier Element Ice Jade for Water Dark has been doing well. It is almost specifically this portion of the event, and especially since these cards are so old that they even still have when timings. So, like, you can miss timings with Amazonas Village, especially in regards to Promethean Princess, is kind of frustrating, but, you know, I wouldn't be playing this deck otherwise. I don't think I'm gonna win, but, you know, I could. Yeah, I can only clear fire win. It depends on how much time you want to devote into it, to some degree. I do get to Weasel here. We have Infernoid Snake Eye. Understandable. They're doing that now. Okay, I get it, to proc the Raging up the War Chief, since that card does not matter. I think I still miss timing is the thing. No? Okay, since that happened at Chain Link 1, I still get to proc it, but I also get Ash Blossom in. And since I can't play Ash Blossom, that gets resolved. I'm definitely taking Crossout Designator out. I feel like that's been a brick for at least 2 games in a row. The only really card it's useful for is Imperm Evenly. Maybe like Duster. Yeah, they basically have full combo. In this event, hand traps became weird, not to mention you can't fight against the same attribute. And that's kind of the fun part of it, is that you can't fight against the same attribute, so you have to think of metas differently. And although I know the second I take out the Crossout Designator is also when I'm going to have to deal with evenly matched. Like the second I don't draw the Crossout is when it will come in clutch. Yeah, you only have to worry about those specific cards. Okay, let's try a different deck. Blue Eyes is not finished. I could do... I'm just thinking Adamant Magnets and then reforming it a little bit. Obviously you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. We can say, probably only need one of you. Union Loner? Well, there's an idea. I can try playing Union. I'll get rid of Crossout, see how it works. Play triple Imperm. Don't need all that. Shoot, I don't have Platinum Gadget, do I? Okay, and I only have one activation. Let's go back. I mean, no. Like, that might be a fun idea another day, but I have no idea. You only need 1A. I mean, I guess people made it work in the TCG for a while with only 1A, so I guess, theoretically, I can play with only 1A. I don't think that's always a good idea. Like, you definitely need more than 1A, but... Who am I to judge? Then we need more synchro monsters. Arguably, Goyo Guardian is not a bad idea, it's just too slow. What about now? Probably not Crimson Dragon. Weirdly enough, Despian Lulu is not a bad idea. And the best synchro monster, level 10 synchro monster until Baron the Floor, Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree. There isn't really much else, is there? I could theoretically do like a Centurion pile, but I don't think that... Well, no. Centurion is like half locked behind Dark, so that does not work. But what about Lynx? What does Lynx have to offer? I guess this is Radiant. Centurion White Force could work if I had the cards to do it. But it definitely could work. Also, I don't really need Lina. I can't really use Lina. Could go Silhouette Rabbit. That's actually not a bad idea. Are there any Xyz monsters I could theoretically use as well? I guess the Virtual World one is not bad. Like, it is a theoretical negate. I think this is almost going to be as good as it gets. I do need a continuous trap. Set goes in, and other floodgates just don't do anything. And I don't really feel like playing them. Fogblade is an idea. And so is definitely not RGB. Not Extra Gate. Azeron is just gonna be my best bet. Dragon Capture Jar is funny, but I don't think it does enough against something like Blue Eyes. Okay, I'm kind of curious to see how this works. So let's see it. Okay, I can work with this. That might be a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. Seems like they might have bricked as well. Okay. I'm hitting one of them, definitely. Suddenly Shadow. Hello, Hayden Himitsu, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Okay. Imperm is huge. Imperm is legitimately huge. I'm gonna go for a Epsilon. I guess Alpha is probably the one to dump, realistically. Magnet induction. Oh, I probably could have gone a Delta for the sake of it. But that's fine. Then I could have sent Gamma. I can work with this, though. Ash Blossom, that's fine. Okay, for the sake of protection, I will go for a Mrs. Radiant play. Mrs. Radiant, revive with Adamantivator signs. The Alpha does more damage, so I'll go Alpha, and it gets to add. Followed by Hurts, but I can live with it. Okay. An Imperm hurts them a lot as well, so I don't have to worry too much. But if it's Snake Eye, it's Snake Eye. Okay. If that is an Imperm... Ooh. Get a Gamma. There's another Imperm. Is there... Okay. Imperm hits a lot of momentum, as opposed to just trying to... Like, I'll pop, like, the field spell or something. Or they just scoop. GG. Okay, let's see if I can play better. So I definitely think I made way too many misplays that time around. Even if I did end up winning. Choking on my drink. Hold on. Excuse me. I would have definitely preferred a better hand going second. Thankfully. I might be fine. It's cash. Okay, so they're playing Speedroid. It's like there is no real way they're playing like pure cash. Or they're playing Snake Eye. I mean, I guess a Fire King Snake Eye Kashtira. I guess a Imperm works slightly better on a potential Appaloosa than it does on the Snake Eye turn 1. Although, no, Imperm does hurt when used on Ash. I think it's slightly better for the Appaloosa on the following turn. Because by that point, they've already invested a lot of materials. Get to send to special summon the Oak. Oak gets to revive, they get to activate Oak to get the Flamberge online. So they definitely do have a fire. They have a fire in hand. They have the Rangbali. They also don't really have anything to set with the Flamberge. They're setting the Oak. Okay, that's fine. Pit Knight early. Okay, Pit Knight early for Flamberge because it floats. I see it. Link off the early and the Ash for a... I'm actually wondering... Okay, no. I mean, that wouldn't matter yet. It would matter next turn. The thing is, this deck gets hurt a lot by specifically a Rise Heart, but since they don't have access to a Rise Heart, it might be quote-unquote fine. Is that one pass? Okay. Okay. Obvious answer is obvious. Harpy's Feather Duster. They get to protect, but that doesn't really do enough. Protect the field spell at least, with the Fire King Sanctuary. But also, they just have access to their whole lineup. The only thing I can really do is try and pop the field spell with something like the Rotten, but that doesn't even really do it. I have to go Seeker. I have double Delta. Ashira gets to banish. I mean, obviously, they get rid of the... Archeon does not do anything, but Beast absolutely kills them. But I can't summon Beast on this board state, so that doesn't matter. Vanishing Underworld Goddess. Can go Mrs. Radiant. They would Promethean here. None of this does anything. I think drawing Oops All Engine, going first, going second. Definitely killed momentum. And also, I am playing purposely bad decks into Fire King Snake Eye, even if it's not full power. It's also kind of funny how they're just kind of BMing into a deck that could theoretically play Nibiru, and does. There we go. GG. I'm gonna add a second Nibiru just to make sure I can get it. I don't even think there's really anything I get rid of. Like, Cosmic Cyclone is arguably the worst card. Same with something like Magnetic Field. But even then, Magnetic Field does actually do a surprisingly decent into a Snake Eye board just because it returns to hand. Okay. Obviously, we all have one of those days where we don't draw well. Okay, I have to hit it pretty well for it to do something here. Imperm? I mean, that would have hit the Block Dragon if I didn't hit it here. Impulse, okay. So they could be playing... They would be playing Dark and Water. That gives me an idea on what I can expect. Mudshred. Oh. For Polly. It's gonna be a tier element, isn't it? Goodness, it's... Okay, it's Dragoon. That is not at all impossible to beat. It's definitely difficult, it's not impossible. Magnet Warrior. They're letting that go? Seeker. Shredder's Fusion Summon Granguinal has been my main play over the last 20 games. Okay. Arguably, the play here is to just pass on this board. Because thankfully, they don't really have a way of, like, popping anything. They just destroy by battle. Unfortunately, this card gains 1,000 attack. So it can go Magna Warrior here, if they decide to negate it. Alpha. They're having a weird time deciding what to pop and what not to pop. I'll immediately say. Going immediately for the beta. That's fine. I mean, I definitely see it. I'll need an analyzer. That doesn't do it, but it might. Come on. I know you want to. I think I see a line. That does not work. I think Mrs. Radiant does, though. Super Poly... Dang it. Okay. Black Dragon was obvious. Garura. That allows me some extension, actually. Swear. They don't have called by. Hold on. I can go Analyzer, Researcher, and Seeker all at once. There's no way they have Torrential. They have something that they can do. Add another Epsilon. I think this is... How much attack does Barkion have? Barkion has, I think, just barely enough attack. Definitely feel like I want something else, though. I think I definitely need to keep her. Okay, well, let me go Barkion here, though. Just in case. Seeker. Oh, that's another beta. I guess put evenly on top just because. Block Dragon gets to come back. Yeah, I'll banish 3. Well, that's funny, I can do Goddess. However, I think the main thing is gonna be Leo. Leo into the Forbidden Droplet. I have to send the Garura up, and that's fine. No. Barkion. Sad to see you leave, Barkion. You will be missed. I'll leave the Block Dragon for next turn. Okay. That hurt, but I'm not dead. GG, there we go. They just decided not to negate anything, which is very generous of them, but also what inevitably led to their downfall, I would say. How much does that put me at? I'm just barely under halfway there towards the Light and Earth. Let's do a couple more duels. I think the bad start really got... The bad start definitely got me into a mood, I would say. But we can pull through. Okay. That is a... I definitely need to go Seeker. That's gonna be an imperm. Come on. Imperm, there we go. Okay, at the very least, I've got follow-up. Apparently Seeker has just kind of been glued to my hands these past few games. Harpy Lady. Oh, that may be fun. I mean, I'm going to lose it anyway, I might as well imperm. There is the pet dragon, so someone's in defense. Copper conductor. Oh, is that that's a mandatory? Okay, I see it. That's unfortunate, but I guess that works for me. Battle phase. Set 1. Add a level for a Laura Winged Beast. Or a Channeler. They have follow-up. That's some good follow-up. Analyzer. Block track. Ooh, there's a beta. Well, I'll take a beta. That works for me. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess put Block Dragon on top. There's a Gamma. Specialing at the Ypsilon. I'll send an Alpha just so I can get it back, but... I guess I'll also go Gallant Granite. Yep. Go for the Gallant Granite. I guess I just go Block Dragon. signs for the alpha. And then I get to go for the rotten. Summon the electromagnet warrior. I don't have enough for another. Well, no, I do have enough for another block dragon. Just barely, though. And I think that does just barely get me game. Destroy the spell and traps, that way it cannot proc. And worst case scenario, I can Gallant Granite into Zeus, but I think that is just barely game. GG. Okay. How many more do I want to do? I kind of want to try to aim for 1,000. We're also... didn't get Seeker this time, that's cool. Gamma is a nice little extender. This turn 1 is going to be very underwhelming, but I can play through that, is the thing. I guess Alpha, to make sure I don't end up drawing the Garnet by mistake. No need to do any of it. No, there's no real need to do any of that. I think just having the extra material with the Gamma and the Alpha will be better. Plus, a Ghost Ogre and a Nibiru will make this a bit more smooth. Sekka's light. It's not super heavy, is it? Let's see. Shark Drake. Sharks? Hold on. Okay. Is it Goaty Rescue Ace? Is that it? Is that the thing we're doing right now? Okay. Utuniful. Or no, it can't be Goaty Rescue Ace. What am I talking about? It's Fire and Dark. I get the shift. Do they do go for the surfacing Big Jaws. Okay, I'm gonna Gamma now. In case they have something. And yeah, I might as well Alpha. I'll wait for them to do something else before I Nibiru. But I'll need to Delta for a Beta. I'll need to Epsilon first, actually. Epsilon for the second Alpha. And if you do. Okay, so I need to go Delta. Oh, it's forcing me to chain Epsilon instead of Delta. Okay. Oh no, I just misordered that then. I'll send another Alpha. And then, if they have something else, if they have nothing else, I guess Nibiru is just kind of the finisher. Big token. Oh, Delta needs to be on the field. Okay. So I need to send a Beta here. No, Epsilon needs to be on the field for it to resolve its effect to inherit the name. I see it. Banish 2. Person of Boys. I guess if they don't have anything, they don't have anything. Like, the thing with Goaty is keeping their board clear of monsters is basically just the only way to win. Thing is, I think they don't really have a way of extending. I don't wanna... finish level 6 or lower. I need... Okay, I definitely need to clear this first, is the thing. Send another Beta. Clear you. Clear you. If they only have one Snip Boys, that makes it work. Then Researcher. There's no real point in... that hurts. But that's fine. I can work with that. Archeon does nothing. I guess I could go Silhouette Rabbit. This is the main thing. Silhouette Rabbit's as a rune. I really don't think I need to get rid of the Nibiru just yet. Banish 3 for the Berserkion. Non-once return, banish 1, pop the Primal Being. Pop the Snip Boys. Now, there's no real need to do anything of that nature yet. I needed to clear the Kef. I mean, Azeron is definitely the right choice here. I probably should have done it try to do it in draw phase instead of, like, trying to wait. Since I think this technically would miss timing. No more shifts, so they have to send a Pisk. Shift does get to activate Engrave, though. There isn't really that good of extension. F is... Oh, that doesn't work? Oh, is it? It's because it's an activated effect. It's supposed to be an actual special summon. The ship will come back. Azeron cannot activate. I guess there's no reason not to. Chain Link 1 would be Underworld. Kef would be Chainwhirl 2. Banish both. Beautiful. Beautiful cannot activate. Let's clear the board just a little bit. Swarm. But objectively, I think this is a pretty cool design for a deck. I'm just not sure how good it realistically is. Arguably, yeah, I should have just gone to battle, but they would have activated the shift. Secret Summer for Eskin. They just need to Eskin. They don't need to... They are indeed True Swarming. Arguably, that is a mistake. But also, that does mean they get to recycle stuff. Recycling the Fisk to summon itself. Fisk gets to activate. Banishing anything from grave. They can banish this in a poise, recycle even more stuff. Okay. Thing is, I probably should have waited to Nibiru. Is the other thing. The only thing that really kills a board like this is specifically evenly matched into like a specifically evenly matched for a Regeki even, which is arguably not a bad choice this format, or for a format like this. It's just not great. They are going to Abyss Keeper special summon a fish to this zone. Because apparently Kef control is a lot better than I thought it would be. At 68. Cute, but that does nothing. That is one turn too late, I would say. Well, not one turn per se. They're going to paces immediately. Deep Beyond banishes everything. The Ascon does get to come back. So does this Napoise, but that is... It's kinda eh. Deep Beyond gets to come back, definitely. Because I'm not actually sure if there's anything I could have specifically done differently, because just because of how Azaroon works, because I think it only really works if something is like naturally synchro summoned. And of course, the other thing is that the way Berserkion works is because it needs to be destroyed by battle or card effective proc. Banishing it does nothing. Sending it does nothing. Jerusalem is also a really, like, a surprisingly good choice this format. A bit of a weird one, but it works. Like, I am curious about what... Oh no, I get it. The Loop Lupine is to banish, like, the tuners and stuff. I see it. Like, that is arguably just a one-card combo. That is actually pretty smart. Okay. Do I try for one more? I'll try for one more, and hope that I am at least able to get 900. This is just gonna have to be the last one. That's... Ah. Okay. Thrust might do something. Beta's quite nice. Okay. Vision. Discarding the Shadow Mist. I mean... a Ghost Ogre does... That's a misplay. I should have waited. The Ghost Ogre should have been for the... I forget his name. I'm gonna go Mass Change right away. That's 2 for Nibiru. Yeah, that was a heavy misplay. It was the other card that Paris sets that I was supposed to increase. That's the one. That's the one that Ghost Ogre hurts more. That's for 4. Okay. Not yet. Let's get rid of everything. Send the malicious. Malicious. Because can they? I thought they needed 2 hero monsters in order to link into 2 warrior monsters. Okay, so Malicious is kind of dead here unless they have some other generic extender, but it does not look like they do. Okay, Berserkion is nice, but not nowhere near good enough is the thing. I guess go into the malicious. No, I can wall up better with something else. Unfortunately, this just lets them high roll again. That misplay with Ghost Ogre is probably going to be what loses me the game. Another Ferris. Or the Denier. they have another increase in deck? I think they do. Now they basically get the one card combo all over again. Do they have another Vion? I'm assuming they do. Like, I'm pretty sure Vion is a 3-of. I'm gonna go Malicious. Malicious for Malicious. Link off for Cross Crusader. I'm gonna go Delt Beta here just in case. If they have... I could go Epsilon. It does not appear that they have a call by, at least not at this moment. Okay. That basically gets me free reign for Berserkion. Gonna need to add another Epsilon. And Cross Crusader for the D. It's gonna be for Plasma, isn't it? Yep. It only gains half, right? Yeah. So... there's Denier. So we need to do this now. Dump an extra Gamma. I guess the thankful thing is... well, no. That does nothing. I think the thing is, they're in a better shape to just go for Tribute 3 for Plasma in main phase 2 to set up the skill train, as opposed to trying to... okay, no, I see it. Gonna go Vion, send a Dark Angel. This is gonna be Dark Angel. Adding a Poly doesn't really do much. thing is, there's not really anything that outs a... No, there's nothing that really outs this. They basically have a winning board right now. They would just switch the primal token to attack, don't bother with plasma, pop the increase, and anything with the DPE, just swing shot for game. The unfortunate thing is that Thrust is unironically really good in this matchup. I just have not gotten to use it. Yeah, they're going for Plasma, which is the wrong choice here. Obviously equipped the Nibiru. What? What? Okay. Up anything and the DPE. What? Why are you doing that? Well, that basically ends... That ends the DPE. That's nice. Thing is, I actually think I have a way to OTK through this board. Yeah, they're using it now, which doesn't matter. Heck, arguably, that's better for me, because then I get to thrust. I don't want to send anything to grave. I guess send the extra alpha. That way I can revive a delta. Delta gets to dump anything. I'll probably just dump a... extra beta. Thrust. Thrust now, just for the sake of it. It's not a quick effect, is it? I guess technically during the main phase. But I don't think there's really any other quick effects that they have. I'll add Adamantipator signs. Oh, I could have talents as well. That's fine though. after this, it's basically just a... Imagine opening 10 packs and opening 0 URs. I can. I definitely can. That is the increase. Okay. Well, at least I pulled 4 copies of Kid Close and 2 copies of Tier Cash, which is cool. That's like extra fodder, which is nice. I can actually have a recipe for Nat Beast. Can't play them, but dang, SR material. That's cool. I think I have just over game. I will be keeping a second tier cache, as I don't know if they would ever send me it. Probably not, but, you know, you never know. I have just about game. Does this have to summon in defense? Well, in defense position, okay. Okay, that's fine. Unicorn can be at 2, so can Tier Cash, potentially. Have something. Oh, places in your face-up spell trap zone. I see it. Don't quote that. I won't. That's fine. I don't think there's really any one draw that wins them the game, outside of specifically, like, Raigeki. But even then, I am not Beast. That comes close. Did it. I got all the Dead Island 2 achievements. Now, what do I play? Just gonna go to battle. Okay, that's fine. I imagine punching over the Nat Beast. That ironically clears up room for me. Up anything and the Berserkion. Come on, I know you wanna. There we go. That's the good stuff. And I even get to add another worthy replay. That'll probably have to wait for next time, because I'm running out of time very rapidly. I'll even preemptively raid. Oh no, hold on, I can just use... Collecting replays like Pokemon. Goddess for game, GG. Okay. I need to, like I said, pretty immediately raid out so I can go to work. Unfortunately, that also means no polls, but what am I gonna do? Let's move to here. Moraine is... Well, I guess, you know what? Mast is also playing Master Duel. Let's send them to him. Or to her, sorry. Let's send ourselves to Mask Zero Infinite. So that you can watch more people play more Master Duel. Okay. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Potentially. If I'm feeling up to it. I'll definitely be bound on Tuesday. Maybe Thursday? Maybe I'll be play some Arkham Asylum. That's a good choice. Just, you know, don't go to... Just never visit that subreddit. There is a madhouse in there. Okay. Starts with PS3. Is it only on the PS3? Like I said, I need to get going, so... Time for some nostalgia is going to hit different. I will see you later, Chroma. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and take care.